Hello my dear students, a warm welcome to our second science class. Are you ready for the class? Okay, do you remember what was the name of our chapter? What was the name of our chapter? Say, yes, living and non-living things. What's the name? Living and non-living things. Students, as we discussed in the last class, we can see many things around us. We can divide these things into living things and non-living things based on some characters. In this chapter, we are going to study 7 important characters of living things. In the last class, we already discussed 2 important characters. What was that? Do you remember? What was the first character? Living things need food and water. What is the first character? Living things need food and water. And we discussed many examples like animals like cows, elephants eat plants, and some other animals like tiger, lion eat some other animals like zebra, deer, etc. So animals need food and water. We humans also need food and water. Then what about plants? Did plants need food and water? Yes. Plants can prepare their own food in their leaves. Plants prepare their own food in their leaves. Where did plants prepare food? Plants prepare food in their leaves. Clear? Non-living things cannot prepare, or non-living things doesn't need any food. This was the first point. What was the second character? What was the second character? Living things can breathe. Most of the land animals can breathe through which body part? Most of the land animals can breathe through nose, and the air will move to the lungs. And water animals like fish needs, or they breathe through gills. What is gills? Gills is a body part which help the fish to breathe. What do you mean by gills? Gills is a body part which helps fish to breathe. Clear? Some insects are breathe, or some insects can breathe through some air holes present on their body. Insects can breathe through some air holes present in the body. Plants also can breathe. Plants can breathe through the stomata present in the leaves. So, land animals, water animals, plants all can breathe. So, they are living things. Non-living things like toys, pencil, books cannot breathe. These points that we have already discussed in last class. Okay, students, shall I ask you one question? Shall I ask you one question? What do cows and elephants eat? Listen, this is the first question. What do cows and elephants eat? What do cows and elephants eat? What is the answer? Say the answer. What do the cows and elephants eat? Yes, they eat plants. Now we can write in sentence. Cows and elephants eat plants. Clear? Students, listen. What do cows and elephants eat? Answer is cows and elephants eat plants. Coming to the second question. Where will you find stomata. Where will you find stomata? Where will you find stomata? What's the answer? The answer is we will find stomata on leaves. Where will you find stomata? We will find stomata on leaves. So, this stomata helps the plant to breathe. Clear? We will find stomata on the leaves. Okay students, now this is your third question. Write the different ways by which living things take in air. Listen, write the different ways by which living things take in air. That means how does living things breathe? That was the question. Once more I will repeat the question. Write the different ways by which living things take in air. That means how does living things can breathe? The answer is most land animals breathe through nose and lungs. Fish breathe through what? Fish breathe through gills. Plants take in air through stomata. Clear? Most land animals breathe through nose and lungs. Fish breathe through gills. Plants take in air through stomata. So this is the answer. Students, you should copy these 3 questions in your notebook. These 3 questions and its answers to your notebook. Clear? So, these are the points that we have studied in the last class. In the last class, we studied 2 important characters of living things. Today, we are going to study some other characters of living things. What was the other character? Living things, listen, living things can grow. Living things can grow. That means they can grow in size. Living things can grow in size. For example, are you familiar with kitten? The small kitten which makes the sound meows. I am sure you are familiar with the kitten. Kitten will grows to become what? Kitten will grows to become, say, kitten will grows to become a cat. Clear? Kitten will grows to become a cat. What's the size of kitten? It's very small. What's the size of a cat? It's little big, isn't it? The size of kitten is very small. Size of cat is little big. So, kitten grows in size to form a cat. Then, what about chick? Chick is very small. Chick will grow in size to become a hen. Chick will grow in size to become a hen or a rooster. So, kitten will grows to form a cat. Chick will grows to form a hen or a rooster. What about we human beings? Okay, I will ask you one question. Students, listen, I will ask you questions. How old are you? Say the answer. How old are you? Yes, you may be 9 years old or 10 years old. Did you ever seen your picture when you are 5 years old? Or when you are 1 year old? Did you see your picture? And you will be a small baby when you are 1 year old. Isn't it? You will be a small baby, like a small baby when you are 1 year old. You can't walk alone, you can't run alone. You need the help of your parents. But now you can walk, you can run because you grow in your size. Clear? When you are 1 year old, you are very small, but now you are a 9-year-old girl or 9-year-old boy. So your size increased. That means you grow in the size. That means you are living things. Clear? Students, shall I give you one activity? In your textbook, there is one activity to paste your pictures. That means in your textbook here, you want to paste your picture when 1 year old, when 5 year old. Just paste your picture when you are 1 year old. Just paste your picture when you are 5 year old. Okay, this is one activity. Students, don't forget to do that. So we discussed animals like kitten, birds like hen or chick can grow up in the size. We humans can also grow in size. Then what about plants? Can plants grow? Yes, plants can also grow. Listen, I will make it clear. Suppose this is a seed. This is a seed that we planted in the soil. This is a seed that we planted in the soil. We will give some water to the seed. After some days, we can see a seedling or a small plant from this seed. After some days, a small seedling. This is the seedling. A small seedling grows from the seed. So this is a seed. After some days, a seed from the seed, a small seedling will form. After some more days, it will become a tree. What? It will become a big tree. Clear? This is a small seed. After some days, the seeds will grow into a small seedling having leaves and stem. And after some more days or some more years, this seedling will become a tree. Tree is very big. Seed is very small. So, this plant can also grow in size. Clear? These plants can also grow in size. So, this is the one of the important character of living organism or living things. Living things can grow. Some of the living things like kitten, it can grow to form a cat. Living things like chick, it can grow to form a hen or a rooster. And the plants from the seed, a plant from the seed, it can form a seedling. From the seedling, it can grow to a tree. So, animals, birds, plants and we human beings can grow in size. Students, don't forget about the activity that I had given. Paste a photo when you are 1 year old and also paste a photo when you are 5 year old. You can see the difference in the size. When you are 1 year old, you will be very small. When you are 5 year old, you will be some more big. That means you will grow in your size. And after pasting the picture, just observe or just watch the difference in the size. Okay. So, we discussed living things can grow in their size. The next character is that living things can move. What? Living things can move. Living things can move one place to another. Listen, living things can move one place to another. That means they can move themselves or they can move their own. Clear? Okay, now we can discuss some examples. Are you familiar with horse? Do you know about horse? Yes, horse is an animal. Horse can move one place to another by running. Horse run. Clear? Horse can move one place to another by running. Can you move from one place to another? Students, can you move from one place to another? Yes, you can move to your room, you can move to the kitchen, you can move to the playground, or you can move to the school and you can go back to your home. So, you also can move. So, you are a living thing. So, we humans can move from one place to another. That means we can walk. We can walk. Which body part help you to walk? Yes, your legs helps you to walk. Your legs helps you to run. Your legs helps you to jump and also to skip. Clear? So, you also can walk, run, jump and skip using your legs. Students, listen. You also can walk, run, jump and skip using your legs. So, you can move from one place to another place. So, you are a living thing. Then the animals like horse. Horse can move from one place to another by running or runs. So, horse is a living thing. Then what about kangaroo? Kangaroo also can move from one place to another. Kangaroo will hops. Kangaroo will hops. Do you know what you mean by hops? What do you mean by hops? Hops means chaduga. The picture is given in your textbook. Just look at that. So, kangaroo hops. Hops means chaduga. Kangaroo hops. Then, what about insects? Insects crawls. Insects crawls. What do you mean by crawls? Okay, I will make it clear. You are walking. You can walk. Students, you can walk. You are walking using your legs. Isn't it? You can walk using your legs. Crawls means moving using your legs and your hands. Crawls means moving your legs and your hands. Insects can move one place to another using their legs and their hands. So, insects crawls. And also, what about snakes? Snakes can also crawls. Did snakes have legs? Did you see that? The legs for snake? No, snakes doesn't have legs. Snakes moving using their body. Snakes are moving using their body. So, the crawls means Irayuga. What do you mean by crawls? Crawls means Irayuga. That means insects can crawls using their hands and legs. Snakes can crawls using their body. Snakes doesn't have any legs or hands, but snakes can crawls using their body. Clear? Did you understand the word crawls? Okay. So, horse can run, kangaroos can hop, insects, snakes can crawls. Then what about birds? Birds can fly. Birds can fly. Birds have two wings. Using these wings, birds can fly. So, by flying, birds can move from one place to another place. Clear? So, we humans can move from one place to another by walking or walk, run, jump, skip. Animals like horse can move by run, kangaroo can move by hops or hopping, hops. Insects and snakes crawls. Birds can fly using their wings. Then what about plants? Can plants grow? Can plants move from one place to another? Of course. That means plants cannot move from one place to another, but plant parts can move from one place to another. I will make it clear. That means plants cannot move from one place to another, but some of the plant parts can move. Listen to the board. I will show you one picture. I will draw one picture. Suppose this is a seed. After some days, we can see a seedling. What do you mean by seedling? Seedling is a baby plant from a seed. What do you mean by seedling? Seedling is a baby plant from a seed. After some days, this seedling will grow into a small plant. Listen, this seedling will grow into a small plant like this. Are you familiar with parts of a plant? I am sure you are familiar with the parts of a plant. What is this? Which part is this? Yes, this is root. What is this? Which part is this? Yes, this is stem. So, from a seedling, a plant grows like this. This is the stem and this is the root. After some more days, the plant will grow to the top. After some more days, the plant will grow in its size that we already discussed. Now, look at this picture. This is a small plant. This is the root. The length of root is up to this. After some days, the length is increased up to here. So, the root of the plants move from here to here. That means, root of the plant moves from here to here. So, plants cannot move from one place to another, but different parts of the plant can move from one place to another. For example, this is a plant and this is the root of the plant, one of the part of a plant. This root from here, it grows or it moves to here. Clear? Then what about the stem? The length of the stem is up to this. After some days, the length of the stem increased up to here. That means the stem moves from here to here. So, plants cannot move from one place to another, but different parts of the plants can move one place to another. Roots move from here to here, stem moves from here to here. Clear? I will show you one more example. Do you like the flowers? Do you like flowers? Here is a flower. Do you know which flower is this? Yes, this is a sunflower. Sunflower will move towards the direction of sun. Sunflower will move towards the direction of sun. In this picture, in the morning, sun will be here. So, sunflower is facing to the sun. In the morning, sun will be here. So, the sunflower is facing to the sun. In the noon, the sun will move from here to here. So, sunflower will face to here. Clear? In the morning, sun is here. So, sunflower will face to the sun. Then sun will move and the sunflower will face to the sun. Sunflower also moves. Then in the noon, sun will be here. The sunflower moves towards or face towards the sun. In the evening, sun will reaches here and the sunflower faces towards the sun. So, in the morning, sunflower is facing to this direction. In the evening, sunflower is facing to this direction. So, sunflower can change the direction according to the position of the sun. That means, sunflower faces to the sun. If the sun is here, sunflower faces to this. Sun is here, sunflower will faces to this side. Clear? So, all the living organisms can move from one place to another. We can move from one place to another by walking, running, like that. Animals like horse runs, kangaroo hops, insects and snakes crawls, birds can fly, and plants cannot move from one part to or one place to another, but some parts of the plant, listen, some parts of the plant like stem, root, flower, which can move from one place to another. Hope you clear the point. Can non-living things move from one place to another? Can your pencil move from one place to another? Or can your book move from one place to another? No, it can't move from one place to another because they are non-living things. Students, are you familiar with corals? Corals means paviraputtugal. We can see it inside the sea. Corals means paviraputtugal. We can see inside the sea. Look at this picture. This is the corals. Look, this is the corals present inside the sea. This corals is attached to the rock. This corals is attached to the rock inside the sea. These corals are living things, but they cannot move. These corals are living things, but they cannot move. They are attached to the rock present inside the sea. Clear? So, corals are the animals that found in the sea, but they cannot move from one place to another. They remain attached to the rocks in the sea. So, we discussed other important characteristics of living things. Living things can move. Animals can move. We humans can move. Plants cannot move, but different plant parts can move from one place to another. Clear? Okay, shall we move to next point? So, the next important character is that living things can feel. Listen, living things can feel. All living things can feel. All living things can feel. Okay, I will explain. Students, if you do something naughty or if you do something crazy things, your parents will beat you. Isn't it? Your parents will beat you. Then you will feel pain. What you will feel? You will feel pain. When parents or teachers beat you, you will feel pain. Also, when your friend pinches you, when your friend pinches you, what you will feel? You will feel pain. So, you can feel the pain. So, you are a living thing. And also, what about animals? What will happen if we beat a dog or a cat? It will make sounds. So, they can also feel the pain. Not only this pain, do you like tea? Do you like tea, coffee or milk? Okay, I will take the example of milk. Do you like to drink very hot milk? Can you drink very hot milk? No, you can't. It's very hot. So, you can feel the hot. Clear? You can feel the hot. Do you like ice creams? Ice creams are very cold. So, you can feel the cold. You can feel the pain. You can feel the hot. You can feel the cold. Animals can also feel this. Animals can also feel the pain, hot and cold. Then what about plants? Plants can also feel. Okay, I will make it clear with the help of a plant called Touch Me Not. Did you heard about the plant Touch Me Not? In Malayalam we will say Thottavadi. Touch Me Not. Here is the picture of Touch Me Not. Can you see this picture? This is a touch me not plant. That means Tottavadi. If this is the picture of before touching. This is the picture before touching the plant. Here all the leaves are open. Students, listen. Here all the leaves are open. When someone touches the plant, when someone touches the plant, the leaves closed. Look at the picture. Here all the leaves are open. When someone touches the leaves, it becomes closed. So this plant called touch me not plant can feel the touch. Can feel the touch. This is the picture before touching. Here all the leaves are open. When someone touches the plant or someone touches the plant, the leaves will closed. So these plants can feel the touch. Clear? So animals can feel pain, hot, cold. Plants can also feel the touch. For example, touch me not is the plant which can feel the touch or which can feel. So animals are living things, plants are also living things. You are also living things because you can feel the pain, hot, cold, etc. Clear? Did non-living things can feel anything? What will happen if you beat your pencil? Or what will happen if you beat your textbook? Nothing will happen because they are non-living things. They cannot feel anything. Clear? So, today we discussed 3 important characters of living things. One is that living things can feel. Living things can feel pain, hot, cold. Animals, plants, we human beings can feel. And other important character is that living things can move from one place to another place. Clear? Living things can move from one place to another place. Animals can move, we humans can move, birds can move, even plants can also move. Plants completely cannot move from one place to another, but plant parts like root, stem, flowers can move. And we also studied that living things can grow. When you are a small baby, your size will be very small. Now you are a 10-year-old boy or 10-year-old girl. So your size increased. So living things can grow. So in this chapter, we studied 5 important characters of living organisms or living things. Living things can feel, living things can move, living things can grow, living things can breathe, living things need food and water. I hope you clear these 5 characters. Living things can feel, living things can move from one place to another. Living things can grow, they can grow in size. Living things can breathe using their nose, using the gills, using the stomata. Living things can breathe. Living things need food and water. These are the 5 important characters we studied today. We have 2 other characters to learn that we will continue in next class. Students, don't forget to do the activity to paste your photos when you are 1 year old and when you are in 5 year old. Just paste it in your textbook. And don't forget to write the question answers that I given in the starting of the class. I hope you all clear the video or all clear the class. Let me wind up this class. See you on next class. Take care, my dears. Bye.